Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. Harden got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it and to the middle with the 15 to the 20, breaks free of the 25 to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh! Touchdown!
Toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up? What up? What up? Welcome to Shawn and Maya in the morning on this House Music Monday edition for the SuperBack Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Listen, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button. Now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to the show's page. Go to Shawn and Maya in the morning. Like that page as well. So not only are you liking Shawn and Maya, not only are you liking Sports Zone Chicago, but you're liking Shawn and Maya in the morning as well. Now, if you're watching us on our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real. All right, listen, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, okay? But also click the notification button. That's the bell right next to it. And that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. You get it? You got it? Good. If you're watching us on our mobile app, I like that kind of party. And if you don't know we had a mobile app, where have you been? We have our own mobile app. So here's what I need you to do, all right? Wherever you get your apps from, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you get your apps from, whether it's iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Walmart, Kmart, 7-Eleven, Zayre, Zemsky, Macy, Montgomery Ward, Venture, Woolworth, okay? Wherever you get them from, you go there, you type in Sports Zone Chicago, you download it, you take us with you on the go, so not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, not only are they archived there like they are on Facebook and YouTube, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew, and I mean a slew of articles, thanks to my man Clarence Council III. Big up to Clarence for keeping you abreast of all articles Chicago sports related. Now, if you're watching this on our Roku channel, I like that kind of party, baby. Man, and if you don't know, you better ask somebody. We have our own Roku channel. Man, look at Justin Fields is happy. He's like, I'm going to be in Chicago, and Sports Zone Chicago has their own Roku channel. Look at him. He's jumping up and down. That's what he said. So here's what I need you to do. I need you to download Sports Zone Chicago's channel. All right. I need you to download it right to your television if you have a Roku TV in the house. Okay. And many of you do. So go and do us a favor, do us a solid, download our channel. Put it right next to Netflix. You probably watched Griselda this weekend. I know I did. I watched me some Griselda this weekend, boy. Yeah. Griselda Blanco was a bad girl. Put it next to Hulu, put it next to Prime Video, Disney Plus, Stars. I saw the latest episode of Raising Kanan, Paramount Plus. Man, just put it right there, right in there, and you can watch it on the big screen. Hell, we're on the big screen right Mickey Ficky now. Now, you can also tweet the show. You can tweet us at SportsZoneShy, that's CHI, at SportsZoneShy now. If you want to follow me, just me, personally online. You want to know what I did? Well, let me tell you what I did. You want to know what I did? Well, here's what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy one handle at the bottom of the screen. You can see it. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. Want to follow my lovely co-host Maya Akai? You can follow her on Facebook and Twitter at the Sports Chica. And if you want to follow her on Instagram because you're an IGer and you do it just for the gram, we'll just follow her at Maya_Akai. It's MAYA_AKAI. We have a phenomenal show, but I need you to get interactive. So listen, whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, whether it's our mobile app, if you have a question or comment on that platform, it'll come up here in the thread. We'll put it on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my people's in the struggle, that is what makes this the best Chicago sports talk show around. The morning sports talk show around is you. So bring them all, baby. We want everything. All your questions, comments, smart ass remarks. Ain't nobody scared over here. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. I am fired up. Let's see who we have in the chat today. The chat is jumping already. You can tell I'm still have some remnants of the little flu I had or whatever. The little flu I had, or little bug I had, let's say that. This is probably my buddy Hirsch. So if it is, at least show yourself. How, anyway. Yeah, so you hear the remnants of, so I was upset. I'm not upset. I was under the weather. And it had to be pretty bad for me not to do the show on Friday. I was frustrated, but it was nuts. So, and if you follow me on Facebook, you'd have seen that I posted a COVID test, but it looked like a pregnancy test. Some people were trying to be funny, like, "Oh, I thought you were pregnant." I'm like, and so I was like, I did too. It was a tense one. Once I got the one line, I knew I was in the clear. But yeah, no COVID. So I've just been taking care of myself. The cough that I have is way less severe. This morning, it was violent on Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday. It started easing up Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. I would cough like 4 or 5 times in a row. My abs were sore. My abs were sore from the coughing. You know how it is if you're coughing. It's coughing and sneezing. We've all been there from our our partying days, our dry heaving days. We've been there. We've been there. It just took me back to 2 weeks ago. I mean, beginning of the 2000s. My late 20s, early 30s. Yeah, so you may hear a little crackle. You may hear a little crackle in my voice. All right. So, pardon moi. But yeah, we're working through it, and there was just so much happening yesterday, especially, but in the world of sports overall, that I just couldn't. Like, I can't. And plus, I missed it. I missed talking to you guys. I'm telling you what. There's nothing. Let me take that back. There are few things. By few, I mean I can count them on one hand. Few things that I enjoy more than coming and talking sports. Few things. Few things. Some are pretty obvious, but you count them on one hand. Sucio. For all my people who know what that means, you're laughing. For those who are like, what the hell is Sucio? That's quite all right. Well, listen. Let's see who we got in the chat because you guys are jumping. Oh, man. Vernon, Fairly in the Mickey Ficky house. You had a dream last night. You like Madonna? It's like a dream. It is not what you seem. Last night I made a terrible decision. Ended up having his fans crying like the cowardly lions while lose yourself. Now that's actually pretty funny, Vernon. Lose yourself. So you know what my question is? What was Eminem saying? What was Eminem screaming in the press box when Dan Campbell didn't kick the field goal? Where's the phone footage of that? Where's the video of that? I want to see what Eminem was screaming in the press box or in the suite when Dan Campbell didn't kick the field goal twice. I went for fourth down twice. Didn't convert on fourth down. Where's that video? I'd pay for that video. Oh, that's nuts. So, Cornelius Squalls, what up? Yes, Papa. Yes. Yes. The Bears are close. People, go ahead. You people can laugh, and you can still be these old mudgy curmudgeon, stubborn, or the new wave. The Bears are so far away, didn't it? No, they're not. And I heard this morning the Bears are far away. No, they're not. No, they're not. Now there's still a sizable gap. We are so much closer to where we were 1 year ago today. We were miles away. Miles away. We're so much closer today. But I digress. That's probably my guy Hirsch. I can almost guarantee that's my guy Hirsch. Facebook user. Brian Hendren in the house. Good morning, Papa. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. Patty Lara in the house. You know what? It's House Music Monday. What you know it is, baby. You know it. Thank you, Patty, for tuning in. I appreciate it. Cornelius Squalls in the house. Brian Hendren in the house. My man, Luis Mejia in the house. Rise and grind, Papa. Buenos dias. I'm still getting over it. I didn't go to CrossFit today. Just wanted to give it another day or two. I probably won't go to the end of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, and or Friday, or Friday, Thursday, and or Wednesday. Who knows? But yeah, good morning, Papa. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. And let me tell you something. Oh man, my girl Lavette Lee's in the Mickey Ficky house. That's what's up. Thank you for tuning in, hon. I appreciate it. My son Wall's in the Mickey Ficky house. Happy House Music Monday. Oh man. Hey. Detroit waited until their first NFC Championship game since 1991 to Detroit themselves. They had us thinking, hey, remember I stopped saying Detroit themselves. I stopped saying that. I'm like, man, the Bears are going to Bears themselves. That's what they're going to do. And Detroit reverted back. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the arrogance. Because believe me, I understand why he went. I understand it. But there comes a point in time where, odds don't. Your good luck runs out. Okay? And conventional wisdom needs to take over at a certain point. Common sense needs to take over at a certain point. When you're dancing with the devil for a long time and you're winning, you can't continue to do that. Not now. Not in this game. Can't do it. Nope. Can't do it. Here's my man Armando Emeterio. Lara. Junior. What up, Junior? Hey, good morning, Papa. How you doing? How you doing? Yep. Yep. That's exactly it. And and you know what? They had that right. Because you know what? If Lamar would have won or got to the Super Bowl, I would have like, okay, see, there you go. You can get there. They yeah, they did. Too many missed opportunities. You know, drop passes. Poor coaching decisions. It's just bad. Bad, bad, bad. You know, it was tough. It was tough. Yeah, they choked. No ifs, ands, or buts. No ifs, ands, or buts. You know, they had it. And someone came at me and said, well, because I complained about the penalties. And this is where it bothers me. This is where it bothers me. So I'm listening to the radio this morning, and people were talking because the reason I put that penalty was in the end zone on the interception. Okay. On the interception, the receiver was knocked down. The receiver was knocked down. Okay. And then on the radio this morning, David Hawes says, yeah, I go, but there were guys in front of it. It was going to be intercepted anyway. I said, well, what? And I said, wait, hold on. So just because it was going to be intercepted, the penalty, you get to commit a penalty. You get to push the receiver down before he has a chance to catch the ball. Because have we never, ever, ever seen the ball go through the hands of a defender? Have we never seen that? Have we never seen the ball go through the hands of a defender and the receiver catch it and go, oh, how the hell? It was almost a pick. I should have had it. That's never happened in the NFL. So since that has happened, then you can't not call the pass interference on the receiver in the end zone for Baltimore. You can't. You can't. You can't not call it. Because you don't know if the ball's going to go, if he would have legitimately had a chance. And people were coming at me, and I'm like, no. I said, it's not about Baltimore screwing themselves with the fumbles and the taunting penalty by Zay Flowers had a shit game. Zay Flowers had a shit game. All right? You made two big blunders. And there's one overriding theme from both of those games. But Zay Flowers really cost his team big time. My thought was, just because they're having a bad game and shooting themselves in the foot doesn't mean that penalties shouldn't be called if they occur. Doesn't mean that. Just because they dug themselves in a hole doesn't mean that the officials need to continue pouring dirt back into the hole and making it difficult for them to come out of. Because that's not fair. A penalty is a penalty, whether you're up 20 or down 20. And the oversight of it, and it's so funny. And this is what bothers me with people. This is why I lose my shit so much. Because you'll say something and someone will bring something else and make that the focal point. Like, no, I started this fucking question. I started this conversation. You don't get to change the topic to fit your fucking agenda. I said the referees were screwing them, and they were not giving them a fair shake. Well, they're screwing them. Well, how about the bad play? I'm not talking about the bad play call. I'm not talking about their own their own missteps. I'm not talking about the drop pass. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about penalty with these things that need to be called down the middle when they're favored in one way, when they're overlooked in one way. And why? Because they've shot themselves in the foot? That doesn't mean you get to shit on them even more. It doesn't. You still need to call the game the way you see it. That's what was my issue. And when people jump to well, if he would have done this, I'm not talking about that. Well, if they would have stayed outside, if they wouldn't have had a penalty, I understand that. But the point of the topic of my post was this, not what you wanted. You start your own goddamn post and you talk about it on that one. I don't want to talk about it. I'm talking about this idea specifically. If people do that, watch it in arguments. People, and the thing is, they'll ask you a question. Well, what about this? I'm not talking about that. I specifically said this. So don't let people deflect your point when you're talking about something to fit their agenda or to give them a leg up or whatever they want to do, why they want to do it. But I said specifically that the officiating was hurt the Ravens. They were not called. Well, the Ravens shouldn't have got the foolish penalties. I understand that. That has nothing to do with it. You standing over, you taunting a guy, that's 15 yards. No problem with it. But you cannot overlook a pass interference call in the end zone because you think it's going to get picked off by a guy. Yes, it ended up getting picked off, but you don't know it. The dude was down. I mean, it was horrible. It was bad. I'm like, when they showed it again, I'm like, how do you not call that? But I understand. You know how I know? Because of this. Junior, you get it. You understand? That's it. That's it. End of story. What have I always told you? Follow the money. Follow the money. Follow the money. Do you realize that? So I'm at my cousin's house yesterday. I was gonna come home and meet up with some buddies, but we were at my cousin's house from the night before from her son's 21st birthday. And she's like, "Why don't you just stay and watch the games?" And I was like, and I had mom's with me. I was like, "Ma, do you want to stay?" No, I didn't say that. I'm sorry. My cousin Marlo asked, she's like, "Oh, Tia, do you want to just stay here and watch the games?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." I'm like, I had plans. I'm like, all right, cool, that's fine. I guess I still come dealing with getting over being sick. Okay, cool, it's fine. So I call my guy, like, yeah, we're gonna stay out here, whatever. So her friends came over, her friends for 15, 20 years. Came over and they have a daughter who's 10. And you know who she wanted to see? Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Junior, you're right. This is exactly it. That's exactly the nonsense. Exactly the nonsense. Why do you think Kelsey's in all these commercials now? Because now he's part of that crew, part of that group. You know, the one that Cat Williams will never be part of? You know, the Kim Kardashian, Kanye West group that that Cat Williams will never be part of? Yeah. Black Diamond, what's up, Papa? How are you? Good morning. Where's Black Diamond? There he is. Yo. But it was good. It was good. It was a good time yesterday. Let's not forget, the Bulls played yesterday. Big win by them. A lot of the youngsters got some time, got some tick. Hawks are off the All-Star games this week, so they're done for a while. It's left of the All-Star break. We got some baseball news. Got some more Bears news. Man, we got a lot coming up. There's a whole bunch of stuff coming up. Let's see who else. We got new comments. No, I was coming over battling the flu, Papa. That's why I didn't come on Friday. And I was saying, you got in late. I said earlier, man. I said, I had to be sick to not come on and talk with you guys. I was sick. I was coughing. They're dry and violent. When it's in the back of your throat and you feel it here. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was bad. It was really, really, really bad. Like I said, I took a COVID test, and it's like, taking care of moms, had to make sure that I didn't have COVID. So, yeah, I'm better. I'm much better. I'm much better. I mean, you might hear my voice crack like fucking like Peter Brady. Like, when it's time to change. I don't know how old you are, Black Diamond. If you're a certain age, you'll remember that from the Brady Bunch. I told you. It was a close one for a while, Patty. I didn't know. I didn't know. And that one line and one line only came up. I'm like, yes, I'm not pregnant. Oh, and I don't have COVID either. Oh, my goodness. That's funny. But listen, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break, and on the other side of the break, it'll be time for our first segment. All right? So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
Hi, guys. Hey. Hi, Megan. Hey, Jessica. Megan, you're a tramp. Brian Fitch told me you guys made out. Everybody knows. He said your breath smells like garbage. And he almost puked. He says you're the most desperate girl he knows, besides your mom. How many boyfriends does she have anyway? Lots? Your makeup makes you look like a clown. That zit is huge, zit face. Ugly.
Hey, bud, what you doing?
I'm playing with cars.
Cars? Can you show me what a car does? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. First of all, this is a school zone. So you need to put down your cell phone, stop texting, and let's get to driving. Now you're coming up to a stop sign, right? You need to slow down and stop before you hit that Y line. I want you to look left, right, left. You don't want to get hit by a car going on your left, and to your right to make sure you don't get sideswiped by a guy coming from your right. You're coming, and you see a crosswalk. You better slow your horses down, because the #1 rule of driving is always yield to pedestrians. Now stop, pull over, and you are done driving. Gosh, what do they teach you kids in school nowadays?
Was at the center of all of that. Tip won by Dosumu, and he jams it. Pretty good defender as well. Oh, there's Phillips!
Oh, my goodness!
Simons into traffic, and Carter did a good job of securing it. White on the push. Oh, what a feed to Vucevic!
Nice.
The rest of the unit on the drive. Terry, nice rip. Stacey,
Turnover,
good sign. Defense there from Terry, out to Caruso.
Had a good look at it, though.
He did. Oh, Drummond's there.
Go give it up.
Lob, Kobe White to the cup. Back to Drummond.
I said Julius Phillips. Somebody's going to come to the ball on the backside.
They rotate to Vucevic, 5 to shoot. Ayo Dosumu.
Oh, game time. Ayo.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of NBC Sports Chicago. I'm sorry. Cornelius, you are a damn fool. So for those of you who don't know, Don Burr is a resident Detroit antagonist. Don Burr is the Detroit antagonist in all the Chicago football groups. All right? All of them. He's just a piece of work. Let's just say that. Oh my God. So Cornelius like, somebody check out doing well. Let's check. I'm fine until you make me start laughing, Cornelius. Then I have to cough. Oh my goodness. Because I want to know. Obviously, I'll never be able to know, but I want to know what Detroit fans were thinking when he, on both fourth downs, when he decided to go. Instead of kicking the field goal to tie the game, how many people were okay with it? How many people were screaming, "What are you doing?" Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. But you know how we do, folks. The first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Yeah, baby. Where we gonna go? Where we gonna go? Where we gonna go? First top of the morning topic. Woo-hoo. Did I do that? I didn't do that yet. Yeah, I would do it. The Bulls. The Bullies, baby. The Bulls with a big, my Bullies with a big win over the Portland Trail Blazers, 104-96 up in Nike Town. Let me tell you something. Great stuff. DeMar DeRozan led the way, 20 points, 7 boards, 6 assists. Kobe White chipped in 15 points, 5 boards, 9 dimes. And Drummond, 15 points, 7 rebounds. But what I was really excited about was the youngsters. The youngsters are playing better. They're all up and down. You know, these youngsters are all up and down this score sheet. box score. All right? This is what I'm talking about. This is what gets me excited. All right, yeah, Dan Terry. I know he only had 3 points. 3 points, 2 assists. Okay. But that's in 8 minutes. Jalen Phillips, 11 points. Okay. Juwan Carter, 6 points. Okay. This is what I'm about. Terry, Phillips, Carter. Get these guys some time. And they look good. Like I said, Dan Terry only played 8 minutes, but he gave you 3 and 2. 3 points, 2 assists. Okay. This Bulls team is really, and now is the time where you can, I don't want to say sneak them in, but now is the time of the season when you can start putting these guys in, getting them some tick. You can put these guys in, getting them some valuable minutes. And I get it. There's a thing called minutes. What the hell's going on over here? You got a cop car going out here? What the hell, Bobby? It's crazy out in these parts. But, well, all minutes are valuable. Some are more valuable than others. But right now, you want these youngsters to get just playing time. Just get out there. What you want these youngsters to do is to not be worried about getting in the game. Not be worried about, well, I have 5 minutes or 7 minutes or 10 minutes today. I got to do. No. You want these youngsters to be excited to get out there and play, like ready to contribute. You don't want them having apprehension, worried about how much time they have. You want them going out there saying, man, I get a good amount of run. So Phillips had 23 minutes. All right. Carter had 11 minutes. I know Terry only had 8, but 23 minutes for Phillips. That's a nice tick. You don't have to worry about, oh, I'm coming out. If I make a mistake, if I do this. No. He didn't have to worry about that. Okay, this is what you want. You know, Torrey Craig didn't play. He was an injury. Pete Will didn't play due to injury. Okay, so these youngsters got a little more tick, and good. Good. Because you're going to see later in the year, they're going to make one play in a game. Okay, one play in a playoff. And it might be the only play that they make, but it's a huge play. It's an impactful play. It could be the play that changes the course of the game. And why are they going to be able to do it? Because they're going to feel comfortable and confident going into the game because they've been in the game with these guys. They've been in the game with DeRozan and Vooch and Kobe and AC and DeSumo. They've been in these games throughout the year with them, so they're comfortable and confident when they're out there. So even though those guys didn't play because of injury, there's always a silver lining. What did I tell you guys? Everything is about perspective. Life is about perspective. You can sit there and say, damn, we didn't have P. Will, we didn't have Torrey Craig, we didn't have this. Or you can say, okay, man, these youngsters get to play. These youngsters get to shake the rust off or shake the nervousness off. And the longer those guys are sick and the more these guys get to play, the less and less nervous and robotic and apprehensive they are when their number's called. This is why they're winning. This is why they're winning. Because his team is playing at a good pace. And when you get guys out there, the style of ball that we're playing, it doesn't give you a lot of chance to think. They're reactive. You saw in the highlight. Who was it? I didn't see who that was. Who tipped the ball? It was Alex Caruso tipped it. Let me see.
Was at the center of all of that. Tip won by Dosumu, and he jams it. Good defender as well. Oh, there's Phillips!
Oh, my goodness.
Simons into traffic, and Carter did a good job of securing it. White on the push. Oh, what a feed to Vucevic! Nice. The rest of them keeping it. On the drive, Terry. Nice rip. Stacey, a
Turnover,
good
throw it up.
sign. Defense there from Terry, out to Caruso.
So you saw that was Caruso to Terry. Cadu went by Caruso. Caruso tipped it, knocked it away, got it to Terry. Terry tossed it up, got one of his assists. All right, one of his 2 assists. Okay, stuff like that. And you don't think about it, but that's an assist. Yes, it was caused by Caruso, the steal, but the assist still goes to Terry. And do you understand how important that is when you go as a youngster who hasn't really done much, and you go and you start to see numbers piling up in your stat sheet? You start seeing that. Oh, damn, I did it. Oh, okay. I'm not happy with 3 points and 2 assists, but boom. It's a hell of a lot better than 0 points and 0 assists. You know what? Then maybe he'll get 5 or 7 points. Maybe you get a couple of rebounds and a couple more assists. All right, you start building. You get him confidence. And that's what this team needs. That's what these boys need. Staying with the Bulls host the Raptors tomorrow at the United Center. All right, tip-off is 7 p.m. Central. You can watch that game on NBC Sports Chicago, or you can listen to it on their flagship station, 670 AM. That's terrestrial radio, if you like. The next top of the morning topic, which way do we go? Which way do we go? Which way do we go? Oh, yeah, the Cubs. Look at the Cubs making some moves. How about them there apples, huh? The Cubs signed right-hand relief pitcher Hector Neris to a one-year, $9 million deal for the 24 season. It's got an option, a 2025 option. That if he does not reach 60 games or pitch in 60 games, then the option becomes the team's option. However, if he pitches in 60 games or more, then the option becomes his. So you may say, some of you may not know what that means. So here's the deal. If he doesn't pitch in 60 games, then it's the Cubs' choice whether or not they want to pick up his option. So he has no choice whether he comes back to the Cubs or not. That belongs to the Cubs. They can pick up his option and he comes back to the team, or they can release him and he becomes a free agent. But if he hits 60 games, which he has in 6 of his last 7 seasons, 6 of his last 7 or 5 of his last 6. Anyway, I don't want to misspeak. 6 of his past 7 seasons. Okay. Confirmed it with Jeff Passan. So if he hits 60 games, then the option is his. Well, when that means he decides if he wants to stay with the Cubs or not. He decides if he says, you know what, I'm going to exercise my option. I'm coming back for $9 million in 2025. The Cubs have under contract. That's what it is. All right. So the Cubs, if it's under 60, the Cubs decide if they want to pick up his options and bring him back. If it's over 60, he gets to decide. Or he can walk away and say, I can make more money somewhere else. All right, but that's it. They're just bolstering up the back of the bullpen. All right, he's probably the top reliever remaining in free agency, according to Jeff Passan. Okay, so c'est la vie. However, keeping with this, next top of the morning topic, according to Bob Nightingale, Bob, a good friend of the program, no team has made an offer to Cody Bellinger. Now, this is where owners and teams, I don't want to say collude, but here's where this could go wrong for you when you're a Scott Boras talent client. He wanted north of $200 million. Well, there's still a lot of concerns with his injury, and he was hurt for 2 seasons. He had one bounce back year with the Cubs this year. He exercised out of that. There was an option he had. He could have come back this year. He wanted to test the market. Well, he's testing the market. Well, Cub fans, you may get your wish. This is the best thing that can happen to all of you guys, all you Cub fans. And by all you, I mean it should be damn near all of you that want Cody Bellinger back. Here's your perfect chance to go get him, and not at his price. Well below his asking price. Because there's going to come a point in time where he's going to shit, I need to play. And nothing else I can do. I mean, unless you're going to work on Wall Street, ain't nothing else I could do to make me a couple million, 18 mil, 20 mil a year. Even 15 mil a year. Yeah. So I would think there's an old Warren Buffett saying, when the street is greedy, be fearful. When the street is fearful, be greedy. The street meaning Wall Street, but it can be applied to any genre. They're fearful. No one wants to sign them. So now the Cubs can get greedy. They can say, oh, okay, here's what we're going to offer you. You can go give him. And he has a good rapport here. He likes it here in Chicago. He likes it here on the north side. He had a great year here. He fits in with the culture. He fits in the clubhouse. Go get him. Go get him, damn it. Go get him. Now's not the time to, unless you're, I get it. I mean, you're like, okay, cool. Now you got to figure out what you want to offer him. Because they would say more than 200. Hey, you know what, Papa? You take 180. You offered 180. You might want to think about taking 180. I'm just saying. Or you can hold out. You can hold out. You got, you came at the league with 200 million starting. Yeah, I don't know if you're getting that now. So you better, what do they say now? Pivot. You better pivot. You better take the best offer available. Cubs, make him a fair offer. All right, 6 years, 18 a year. $150 a year. 150 total for what? 8 years. There goes the warden. She's heading to CrossFit class. I got to go pick her up after the show. But Cody Bellinger's free. No one's offered him. Offered him. Not even signed him. Offered him. Go get him. Cubs. Go get him. Offer him 180, 190. Might offer 170 and start from there. Yeah. 170. 8 years, 170. 20 plus a year. That's doable. And for what he gave you last year, if he can continue that, God forbid he even gives you more. I mean, he would give you more because he was out of the loop for a month with a sore. Was it knee? Yeah, come on now. Go get him. Stop this nonsense. Go get him. If the Cubs want him, they will. It'll be quick. It'll be quick. I think the Cubs did a great thing. Just waited, laid in the cut. We're just like, all right, we'll see what you have. We'll see what you have for offers. Oh, now you don't have any offers. What a tangled web we weave. So, go get him. Go get him. You know I can't stand you Cub fans. You know I can't stand the Cubs. But damn it, if there isn't a better fit for the Cubs, if there's a better fit for the Cubs, I haven't seen it. If there's a better fit for this Cubs team than Cody Bellinger, I haven't seen it. Dude, chill, laid back, kind of like California, like, dude, what up? What's up? Whatever. Hey, let me just go smoke a bong. Let me get a hit. Hey, hold on. I'll be right back. I got to park this. I got to go hit this home run. Comes jogging back in. Hey, let me get a drag, yeah? I mean, just so chill. Just like the North Side. The Cubs are definitely more than likely making an offer. Like, oh, okay. Come back to Papa. James, what's up, Papa? Good morning. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Black Diamond. I know earlier, but I said hi to you again. You can't stop me. AC Adam in the Mickey Ficky house. That's what I'm talking about. Brian Hendren. I said hello to you earlier, but I say hello to you again, baby. It's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind saying hi to people's again. Oh my goodness. Let's see what's the next top of the morning topic. Yeah. The next top of the morning topic, the Bears. They hire a defensive coordinator, and they also hire a quarterback coach for this upcoming season. So they hired their offensive coordinator, Shane Waldron. They got him last week. Shane Waldron is starting to fill out his staff. Filling out his staff includes quarterback coach. Quarterback coach is Kerry Joseph. Kerry Joseph comes to him from Seattle, where he's worked with him, and I think that's important. All right, he's with the New Orleans. His resume reads as follows. Let me get this. Man, this chat line is jumping. Whew, I like it. Yeah, so here's his. So in 2014, he was a training camp intern with the Saints. I don't know what he did in 2016 or 2015. It looks like he was out, but he was a co-offensive coordinator and wide receivers coach at McNeese State. 2017, he's a training camp intern with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in their program. Then in 2018, he was the interim head coach, co-offensive coordinator, and quarterbacks coach at McNeese State. In 2019, he's a running backs coach and passing game coordinator for Southeastern Louisiana. And in 2020, he was an offensive assistant for the Seattle Seahawks. In 2021, he's an assistant wide receivers coach. 2022 to 2023, he was assistant quarterback coach, all with the Seattle Seahawks. This is a resume. So he's been with Waldron for a minute. He's been with him for a minute. That's good. That's good. I think that their ideologies will be in line. I think it's a great thing. But let's not get it twisted, though. There was another position that was a huge hire, a huge need. That was the defensive coordinator, and they did it. The Bears hired Eric Washington, the former Buffalo Bills defensive line coach, to be their new defensive line coach and their defensive coordinator. However, it seems Matt Eberflus will still make the calls, but having this guy here is going to be a huge help. when Matt Eberflus is CEOing or he's working with the offense, this guy is worked with Lovey. So this is a situation where you got a guy who's respected here in this throughout the league. The things that the people have said about him, pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. So Eric Washington, their new defensive coordinator, in title only, but I think he'll have a little more than just title. He's worked with quite a few defensive linemen. Brian Burns from the Carolina Panthers raves about this man. I think it. Where'd you go? Yeah, Brian Burns really likes him, man. He really, really, really he speaks highly of him, and he helped him apparently. There you go. Let's see his coaching resume. Wow, he started in '97 at Texas A&M as assistant coach, and in 2001 to 03 assistant coach at Ohio, and he's local connection too, because in 04 to 07 he was a Northwestern D-line coach up in Evanston, and after that in 08-09 he was a defensive assistant here with the Bears. In 2010 he was a D-line coach with the Bears. All right, then in 2011 to 2017 he was a D-line coach with the Panthers. In 2018, 2019 is D coordinator with the Panthers. In 2021 he was a D-line coach with the Bills. All right. 2022, he was senior defensive assistant and defensive line coach for the Bills. And last year, he was the assistant head coach and D-line coach for the Bills. And obviously, this year, he is the D coordinator, D-line coach, D coordinator. It seems like we're grooming a legit D coordinator. Definitely got to take advantage of him while he's here, because he's only going to be here short. He's not here for a long time, just a good one. He'll be here for about max 2 seasons. So we got a lot coming with this guy. We have a lot. So I'll look forward to his expertise. I look forward to his coaching style. And I look forward to this season coming up. But what I also look forward to is we're going to take a break. And I'm looking forward to our guests coming up after the break. And that's my mans and them. All right. He works for Yahoo Sports. My man Frank Schwab's going to come on and talk about a couple of these games yesterday. Well, there were only two. There were a couple, only two of them. But also, we're going to get into some of the assistants, the OC and DC for the Bears, see what he thinks about the hires. And then what he thinks how far the Bears are away. I mean, if you saw, the Bears literally had the Lions for, 7.5 quarters? Hell, it could be one game and 3 quarters and 14 minutes. No. Yeah, 14 minutes. The last 5 minutes. That's 6 minutes of the games when they blew it. How far are the Bears? So we're going to ask our guest. You know him. He's a good friend of the program. He's been on plenty of times. I can't wait to ask him those questions. So, guys, keep it locked right here. Don't go anywhere, folks. My man Frank Schwab from Yahoo Sports coming up next right here on Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
To run for 17. Back he goes. Here comes Chubb. There goes the ball. Touchdown! Jones about at the left tackle. Time for Fields. Now he'll accelerate to get the first down. Great tackles, and he's off to the races. Oh, he got a terrific block.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
So I've come up with the family emergency plan.
Great. What is it?
It's difficult to talk about, so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember anything.
And me too. Thanks for this, sweetie.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311.
First down, another fake. Coming Jamison Williams, the speedster, has a block. Williams cuts up, 25, 20, still on his feet. Jamison Williams scores! Montgomery on second and goal, surging his way forward. He's in! Touchdown, Detroit. When they get there. McCaffrey, second and goal. Up and in! Touchdown, San Francisco. Now it's Gibbs. Trying to get to the edge, gets a block from the corner, makes a man miss. Gibbs, inside the 5, touchdown, Detroit! Here's Purdy, looking, firing end zone, caught! Ayuk, touchdown! Badgley gets into it, high in the right, it's loose, ball loose, Kittle's gonna pick it up, and that'll be that.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning in Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of Fox. That was the NFC Championship game yesterday. Woo-wee! It came down to that and a couple of ballsy calls. I'll tell you. Woo-wee! Man, oh man, oh man. We're going to talk about it with my next guest. He's a good friend of the program, and I can't wait to get him on and ask him these questions. He's a writer over at Yahoo Sports. Excuse me. You can catch him on Twitter at Yahoo Schwab. Guys, just welcome back to Shawn and Maya, Frank Schwab. Frank, what's up, Papa? Good morning.
Going on? How you doing, man?
Good. Just getting over the remnants of a little flu, little bug type deal, but I'm good.
It's good. It's good. I'm sure we had some exciting football yesterday. It cheered you up a little bit. I mean,
dude, that was
definitely
insane.
a couple of. I mean, I don't know if they're both great games, but they both gave us a lot to talk about, didn't they?
They gave us a heck of a lot to talk about. And we'll start with the NFC game first. You know, that was the second game of the two games yesterday. The 49ers looked not very good for a while. Brock Purdy looked a little, Mr. Irrelevant-ish, for a lot of the game. And all of a sudden they turned it on, and it seemed like a switch, Frank. Like when they started, who did he hit? Was it Ayuk he hit?
Yeah, Ayuk on that miracle play, yeah.
No, but it was one where he just stood up and threw the ball, and I was like, whoa, where's that been? And it seemed like that was the time where they switched, and all of a sudden now that offense got in rhythm, and defense, they did a good job, Detroit did, of keeping them off rhythm or out of rhythm, but they finally were able to do that. But the biggest thing, I think one of the biggest factors was Dan Campbell. Talk to me about that. 2 4th down conversions he failed to get. Refused to kick a field goal. Talk to me about that riverboat gambler style. Did it come back and bite him in the ass?
Yeah, I mean, we all know by now Dan Campbell goes for it on 4th down more than any other coach, and it's really, I struggle with this because I believe in analytics. I do, but I also think there could be some nuance in it when we're talking about. A lot of the analytics guys will say, well, of course, Dan Campbell needed to go for it. The win probability was 63 versus kick and field goal 62. We're talking about very small margins here. This wasn't some, you absolutely positively have to go for it, right? I get it. They got a good play. Just Josh Reynolds dropped it. We're talking about the first one now, which I think was the more egregious one. I think the first one was the one that really bothered me because if you kick a field goal there, they just kicked a field goal, get a little bit of momentum. You kick one right back, you go up 3 scores. I think that then the doubts start creeping in their mind a little bit. Whereas the moment that pass hit the ground, I'm sure I was not the only one who thought this. I thought 49ers are going to win the game. Like I thought like immediately like, yeah. And then the Yahoo play happens. You're like, okay, here we go. And then Gibbs fumble. Look, it wasn't just 4th downs. I get that. But I just think the whole atmosphere of the game changed on that 4th down stop. It gave the 49ers life. It gave them hope. And that's stuff that doesn't necessarily come into the numbers, right? Like you can't quantify that. So I thought that was the one. Just kick a field goal. It's fine to take points. I think we've gotten to the point, and there's this analytics battleground, right? Where and some people have pointed this out. I basically agree with it. Where when was the last time the Fox put up any of those graphics or CBS or whoever, and it said punt here or go for the field goal here? It always says go for it, right? Like you can always talk yourself into going for it. And I think we've made some strides since Doug Peterson really made this a thing in 2017 of it's not a gamble to go for it on 4th down and 1 and the opponent's 40. Like that makes sense. It always has. It just took a long time for coaches to come around to it. It's now these type of decisions where you're just giving up points. And old guys like us, remember you always take the points. And the old adages, you take the points on the road and whatever. I just thought at this moment of that game, you get back up 3 scores. Bingo. You're feeling really good about yourself. The crowd's not in it. They still have a big crowd, a hill to climb. And the latter one, they passed a 48-yard field goal, which is not a gimme, obviously. You'd hate to kick right there, miss. I still think they should have tried to field goal there. I think that one's a little more murky. But, yeah, Dan Campbell's got a lot to answer to. And, yeah, you look back, and it's going to be this is kind of the first real issue of the analytics era, I like to call it, the last 6-7 years since Doug Peterson again. Where we're talking about this all the time and going for 2 when you score after you've been down 14. Should you go for 2 and try to cut it to 6? Should you go for it on 4th down in this situation? These are all new conversations. And this is the one where it's really going to be a battleground between the analytics people digging in and saying, look, the percentages said 63% win percentage versus 62. You got to go for it versus the other type of people who are just completely anti-analytics, and then those of us in the middle like me who just am like, I get it on one way, but I still would have kicked the field goal right there.
Yeah, I think you and me both. I can look at analytics to guide me, but my decision is a gut. Yeah. At that particular point, you go up 3 scores. There's no, I don't give a damn what analytics say. You can take those and shove them where the sun don't shine. But you go up 3 scores, it means you got to come down 3 different times to score. Mm-hmm. All right, 3
And also, one more thing, Shawn, too, and I think you'll agree with this. I think Dan Campbell got too caught up in his own identity. Like, bingo. I have to go for it. This is who I am. You know what? That's fine. You know what else? You've never been up 14 points in an NFC championship.
Bingo! You got to know when to hold them.
Yes, it's all when to kick different. Everything is situational. Everything's situational. And I think he got too caught up in the noise, not necessarily but like his own thinking of this is who I am, this is who we are. We have to go for it here. No, you don't. You really don't. You can kick 3. It's okay. Nobody's gonna mind if you're holding the trophy at the end of the game.
Yeah, but you're lucky because you kicked a field goal. No one gives a damn. You're hoisting a trophy. That's it. And that's the thing, Frank. So many offensive coordinators, and he's not calling the plays, but so many they get caught up in being the smartest guy in the room or him being we have the biggest balls in the room. Like we're going for it, and sometimes you have to play smart football. Smart football would have been. Go up 3 scores. Make them come down the field 3 different times, and he didn't do it. He got caught up in his bravado. He got caught up in his aura. He got caught up in the 62 times that he did go on 4th down in the season and got it. He got caught up in all that, and that's where you got to have a coach and in your ear say, "Hey, stop it." Or you got to have that conversation saying these are situations that could come up in the game. Yeah. I'm going to tell you need to go for 3. I mean, go for the field goal, put them up 3 scores. And I don't care what you're telling me. I'm going to keep screaming at you to kick the field goal. These are things that have to happen during the week. And man, it was unfortunate because I was saying my monologue. I'll never obviously know. I want to hear what Detroit fans are saying when he didn't kick the field goal. And I was like, what? Like, what was Eminem saying in the suite?
And I think what it boils down to a lot of times too is these guys, a lot of the people who are pro go for it and the go for it revolution and all this.
Yeah.
They think about what happens if you make it. What happens if you don't? Like we both talked about, both of us, we watch a lot of football. I think I know football pretty well. You definitely know football very well. We knew immediately when they didn't get it, the whole tenor of the game changed. What happens when you don't get it? Like, I get it sometimes when you're at the 1 yard line, you're going to pin them back, whatever. In this situation, when you don't get it, I thought that they didn't consider that enough. And also I hear a lot about, well, this is what got them there. They have to be who, you dance with who brought you, all this kind of stuff. No, you really don't. Again, everything is situational. Just because this is quote unquote who you are, this is your identity through the season, doesn't mean you're making the exact same decisions when you're up 14 in an NFC Championship game. And I get it too, that just the scope of the game doesn't necessarily matter. If you're going to do this week 7, you should do it week 10. You should do it in the NFC Championship game. I get that too, but there was just something to be said about that moment. The first one anyway, just take the 3, hold them at arm's length, because you understand the kind of the psychology almost of it there. The fans, the crowd, the players on the other side, that all of a sudden you're gonna be like, man, we're still down. We're still down 3 scores. This is not great. Whereas down 14, I think the 49ers were like, whoa, we're in this thing. We just scored a touchdown right here. We're down 7. Let's go. This game is wide open now.
Yeah, score quick, turnover, all of a sudden, boom, we're all of us, and it's tied, and that's what it was. So unfortunately for Detroit, they waited for a long time to really have a brain fart, because they as much as I hate them, Frank, and I don't really hate them because they've been
who hates the Lions, right?
So yeah, but as much as I don't like them, because as much as they annoy me because of our division, it's what you get. All right, it's what you get, and this is what happens when you start feeling yourself. And I feel that about my Bears sometimes. They have a good play and they start dancing like, "Nah, homie, you just lost 12 in a row. Shut the hell up and get back in the huddle." Like, I understand you're excited, but chill. Think of big picture. What are their chances of being able to get back?
And that's the thing. I just wrote about this, and I think there's a lot of look. You know how the NFL is. Unless you're Patrick Mahomes, it's a year-to-year league. Look at the Philadelphia Eagles. What were we saying about the Philadelphia Eagles after Super Bowl last year? Oh, they're going to be right back. This is the start of something big. They're going to win multiple titles. It doesn't always work that way. In the Lions case, and this kind of comes back to where you are, I think the rest of the NFC North has a big say in this. Packers had the youngest roster of football, and they won a playoff game. The Bears got hot at the end of the season with a young roster, and they got the number 1 pick. Even the Vikings have pieces. They're not a terrible team. There's no guarantee the Lions just pick up right where they left off. We sit here, I give you every reason why the Lions are going to be back in the spot next year. Young roster, great draft class. They have the 7th most cap room in the NFL. Good foundation with their coach. There's no reason I could sit here and tell you right now the Lions won't be at least as good next season. But this is the NFL. It does not work that way. It is a year-to-year league, and it's hard to just catch all the breaks you need to catch to get there. I mean, sometimes your competition catches up to you. Sometimes you get key injuries. Sometimes just
the offensive coordinator leaves.
Yeah, the coordinator leaves. I was just about ready to bring that up. If Ben Johnson leaves the Commanders, and I think Ben Johnson will leave the Commanders,
I hope so.
That they want him. It's hard to replicate a top 5 offense without your coordinators. We didn't talk about that enough. The Eagles, going back to them, they lost Steichen, they lost Jonathan Gannon. We didn't talk a lot about that. They'll be fine. They got this great roster, and Howie Roseman, Sirianni. And the coordinators leaving meant a ton to them. And if Ben Johnson leaves, that means a ton to the Lions. So, again, Lions have a great foundation. I get every reason why people are like, they're going to be right back. They're good. They're good for the next however many years. Hey, the way the NFL works, it's just very, very hard to get back to that spot. And that's what makes this loss so heartbreaking for Detroit.
I agree, guys. We're joined by Frank Schwab from Yahoo Sports talking NFL Championship Sunday football action. Woo-wee! Right here on Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Let's go to the other one. This guy, it's tough to bet against Patrick Mahomes, but you had the the top seeded team in Baltimore at home. Kansas City had to go on the road for the first time in his playoff history, obviously. So the first time in his AFC title game, and he did not disappoint. He didn't put up 500 yards and 45 points. He did what he needed to get done on the road in a game, because it's not always going to be a thing of beauty. And actually, nobody gives a damn. It's did you win or did you lose? And unfortunately for Baltimore fans, Patrick Mahomes won. Talk to me about what he did yesterday that got them over the hump.
I mean, he was just excellent in the first half, set the tone for that game. I thought they got a little tight in the second half of just sitting on that lead, but it worked. Like you said, like whatever. They ended up doing exactly what they needed to do to win. Because Zay Flowers fumbles, Lamar Jackson throws the interception, but did what they needed to do. This Chiefs run is just super impressive because there was no way going into this game, and I talked about this. I was on the Ravens. I picked the Ravens because there was no way you could tell me this is how the Chiefs are a better team than the Ravens. The Ravens were no fluke. They weren't overrated. They were number one seed for a reason. This was the best team in the NFL. And I thought they panicked. I thought they got away from the run game really, really quickly.
Yep.
I thought that once Mahomes went down in that first drive, they went, we're Mahomes is locked in. We're in trouble. And I think it changed their entire play calling. I thought that a lot of their players has lost their poise and composure, including Lamar. I love Lamar, but he didn't play well. Like they put up one touchdown. Like that's not good enough at home. And it's a championship game. And I just think this Chiefs team, really, really impressive what they've done. It's a dynasty now. I mean, you go to the Super Bowl this many times, like Mahomes is just that guy. Like it doesn't matter what happens in the regular season. It doesn't matter what kind of deficiencies are around him. He's just that dude. Like he's unbelievable. He's one of the already 5 best quarterbacks I've ever seen in my life. And he just keeps doing this. Like I just talked about the Lions, like the gravitational pull in the NFL is to always bring you back towards the middle. If you have a taste of success, parity is going to bring you back, and it just doesn't affect the Chiefs. That's how it's just because Andy Reid's awesome. It's because Mahomes is awesome. This defense all of a sudden is really good.
I was about to get there.
Oh boy. I go into the Super Bowl saying, why would I pick against Patrick Mahomes right now? I like the 49ers. They're a good team, but
Patrick Mahomes was against Spags, their D coordinator. I know. What the hell did he do yesterday?
Spags was unbelievable. He can call such a great game. Like this team is just so well coached, and they've just look the whole pregame shenanigans. With them, kicking their tee away from Justin Tucker and all, and taking his helmet away. I thought that was really smart. I thought that was calculated by a championship team to go in there and say, we're not here to be your guest. We're the defending champs. We're coming in here to win this game. We don't care about you. We're gonna play our mind games with you right now, try to intimidate you because we know who we are. Do you know who you are? Do you know you can beat us? Because here's our rings. I just thought it was a very smart mind game by them to kind of intimidate the Ravens right away, or to at least send a message of, we're not here to lose this game. We're here to go back to a Super Bowl, guys. And we don't really care if Justin Tucker's warming up right here because we got the great Patrick Mahomes. He's trying to warm up. So get your footballs and your helmet out of here. We're trying to win this game.
Last question before we let you go. And I appreciate your time, Frank. How soon will the Ravens get back?
I know. And that's the thing. They have a lot of defensive free agents. Geno Stone, Jadeveon Clowney, Patrick Queen. They have just a group of guys that don't have a lot of cap space. And again, it's the competition you got to factor in too. Joe Burrow's going to be back next year. The Browns are a pretty good team.
Yeah,
even
but Joe Burrow lost his boy Callahan. He's not there, so we're going to see how that's going to work.
He might lose his boy T. Higgins too, but we'll see. It's the AFC. It's hard. There's Josh Allen and even CJ Stroud is there now, and obviously Mahomes. So the Ravens have this great foundation, MVP quarterback, awesome head coach, but there's just no guarantee you're going to catch the breaks. Look at last few years before this year, Lamar gets hurt at the wrong time and you don't make a playoff run. What if that happens again? You don't hope for it, but this is the NFL. Things like this happen. Yeah. So I think the Ravens have a great foundation, are a great organization, are always going to be competitive. But again, getting to this point where you're at home in the AFC Championship game, that ain't guaranteed to anybody, man. You know that. I know that. And it's I worry for I think the Ravens are going to be fine, but just you need to catch a lot of breaks to get to this point. And I'm not sure the Ravens can do that as great as they are.
And they caught all the breaks this year, and this was their time to deliver. Yep. Everything was set up. Hey, like Detroit, you get lose yourself in one moment and one opportunity, and they lost it. So Frank, great stuff, Papa. I appreciate it. Do me a favor, let everyone know where they can find you and your work online.
Yeah. yahoo.com/NFL, or just hit me up Twitter at Yahoo Schwab. And man, I'm looking forward to the Super Bowl. I hope you are too, because this is a really,
I'm fired up, dude.
It's a really fun matchup, man.
Because it's easy to say Chiefs, And then all of a sudden, when you see that the way that Niners offense got in sync, I'm like, whoa, wait!
Right.
If
When
it
they get
gets
it
in
going.
sync, and that defense,
Mhm.
because I don't know if they're going to let Kelsey roam like he did.
Right.
You know,
With
now
those
we're 2 weeks to
linebackers, they come-
prepare. We're going to
Yep.
find out. We're going to find
It's
out.
gonna be great. It's gonna be fun.
Hey, great stuff, buddy. I appreciate it. We'll talk soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
All righty. Guys, that's Frank Schwab from Yahoo Sports. Man, I appreciate him coming on every time he does. Good friend of the program. And man, it was fun. Guy didn't have a dog in the fight. I wanted Lamar to win. I wanted Lamar Jackson to win for a couple of different ones. A couple of different reasons. I mean, most of them social. Some football, but most of them for social reasons. I guess social reasons that blend into football. He didn't. And I got to put up with all the knuckleheads who say, well, running back quarterbacks can't win it. And well, Mahomes is still a running quarterback. He just passes very well. And that's one of my things with my Bears is that we have first of all, a quarterback who's a passer first, all right, who can run, who can run a 4.4. He just needs to be coached. We talked about how coaching is important, and this is what people don't. A lot of people just want to ignore how important coaching is. Okay, and how important being in the scheme is, and how coachable you are as a player. So for Justin Fields and our Bears, can Justin run the offense of this new coordinator? That's the most important thing. Okay, because if he can, I'm telling you, see, people think I'm crazy and people think, oh, you're just saying this because you're a homer. No, I'm saying this because I fucking know football. I've got 45 seasons of football under my belt. And it may sound like I'm a homer because I'm glad that we have someone with Justin Fields' talent. But I also understand what his potential is and realize that the surface hasn't even been scratched. So does this offense, and Shane Waldron is notorious, has a reputation for maximizing his quarterbacks, building the offense, or calling plays around his offensive plays around the skill set of his quarterback. And if he does this and works with Justin to get to work out some of the kinks that he has, things he has to have him unlearn some of the things he's learned. Instill the quick game, the short game, the slants, all right, the curls, the hitches, the quick outs, all these things on top of his running ability, on top of his deep ball accuracy. I'm telling you, there's nothing Justin Fields can't do. There's nothing. There could be no better quarterback in the league, but everything has to fall into place. Is this the system that he flourishes in? I don't know. Will we find out? I don't know. We might not be able to find out. They may trade him, draft Caleb, and we'll never find out. See, Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, man, they hit that. Bingo. Hit the lottery. Perfect match. Perfect match. Who is Justin's perfect match? I'm sitting here and I'm watching this. First of all, Spags, the defensive coordinator. This is not his first rodeo. Okay? This is not his first rodeo. All right? Let me tell you something. That defense yesterday was amazing. And here's the thing. Here's where I get annoyed with people, especially people with agendas. Especially when people say, "Oh, well, don't worry, the talent can overcome this. The talent can overcome the coaching. The talent can overcome." No, it cannot. No, it cannot. You saw a couple of situations yesterday where it didn't overcome it. Right? In the Lions game, the going for it on fourth downs. And I get that's your thing. However, you have to understand when that riverboat gambler shit runs, when it's time to do something different. You didn't know when to do that. You didn't know when to fold them and know when to hold them. Know when to walk away and know when to run. You didn't know. And the thing about it, you can ask Detroit if they'd rather be complaining about Dan Campbell kicking the field goal and only winning by 3, or if they'd rather complain today about what they're complaining about today. Ask them that. Because there comes a point in time where your shtick, it has to go. This is why coaching is so difficult. This is why analysts can go fuck themselves. There's a feel. Okay, so this is why, like when people when you get jamokes, like I figured out what I'm going to tell people who want to come at me on Twitter. Like, because your level of football is so what did I put? Oh God. Because your level of football is so elementary, I refuse to engage in any further conversation or something. Excuse me. Coaching is a feel. Yes, you have to prepare. Yes, you have to say yes. There's when I say, I don't mean metrics are shitty, and I mean you don't go by them, but you need to understand. Okay, what are tendencies for people? We're all humans. So offensive coordinators have tendencies, defensive coordinators have tendencies. So you have to say, and this is what we did for, in high school. So if we're doing this in high school, you imagine what they're doing in college. Well, it coached in college as well. So, but imagine what they're doing in the pros. So we understood, and when I was a kid, like, okay, from the negative red zone, 0 to 20, coming out of the end zone. All right. I had to say, okay, I was a defensive coordinator. So I had to say, okay, what does the offense like to do from here to here, coming out? I had to call a defense. Then 20 to 40. And it was 20 to 40, 40 to 40, 40 to 20, and then 20 to 10, and then actually it was 20 to 10s, and then the goal line. And I had to look at all the percent, not percentages, but the tendencies. So the percentages are the tendencies of coaches, what they did by looking at a couple of games. So they did this X amount of times where they were down there. But there comes a time when you got to have a feel. There comes a time where you have to feel. You have to say, oh, no, you know what? I got to do this. I have to do this. This feels right. I think they're going to do this. They've done this a lot. Here, they might try and change something up. So coaching is extremely difficult. It's hours and hours and hours. And so when people make fun of it and like, oh, well, you just coached here, you coached there, you only coached in high school, or you only coached, no one can say you only coached college ball. And, okay, what the hell do I know? It's an insult. It's insulting because people don't understand the amount of work that it takes, the amount of hours it takes, the amount of sacrifice that it takes. They don't. This is a 24-hour a day gig when you're a coach. In season, that is. In season. I'm looking forward to this Super Bowl. As I was telling Frank, there's so many different angles that we can look at because we assume Patrick Mahomes is going to raise his third Lombardi trophy. Okay. But what about the San Francisco 49ers? Okay. What about the San Francisco 49ers? You know, what if they decide to come out and have a phenomenal game? You know, what if Steve Wilkes has a game like Spagnuolo does? What if he's able to stop? Because it's only one game. It's only one game. And that's the cool part about it. It's not a series. It's not a series where the best team wins. It takes a hell of a lot in a 7-game series for the inferior team to beat the superior team, barring injury, of course. It takes a lot. The Super Bowl is one game. Like Eminem, you only get one shot, one opportunity. And what if that happens? I'm anxious to see how it plays out. I'm anxious to see if Patrick Mahomes is on the road. Well, I'm not anxious to see he's on the road to being as good as Brady. But let's be honest, Patrick Mahomes isn't going to have Kelsey much longer. So he better get as many as he can. He needs to win this one, which will give him 3. If Kelsey comes back to the next couple of years, maybe one more to give him 4 before Kelsey retires. Kelsey's 32, 33. You can't be taking those hits, man. And if you watch Kelsey from 3 years ago to now, you see how much quicker and smoother he moves, or he moved back then as opposed to now. It's father time. And then he's part of that stupid group that his girlfriend runs. So he's not going to think. No, that's funny. 20 years ago, huh? 24 years ago, he thought about it. Maybe he did. Maybe he did. I don't know. But this is the thing that I'm talking. You're going to have to see people think, and this is why Tom, and I don't know how. You're stupid. Soak the mom spaghetti when they palms are sweaty. Oh, you're a fool, AC Adam. You're a fool. Oh, that's awesome. This is what makes Tom Brady so great. He won it with different receivers. See, what if you recall his first couple Super Bowls, the defense got it. Teddy Bruschi against Folk. Big tall dude with the long legs. I can't even think of the other defensive players off the top of my head. But his first couple Super Bowls, maybe 3. It was because of first 2 for sure. He had the kid from Marian Catholic, the DB. Oh yeah, Vrabel. Thank you very much, Bruschi, Vrabel. 37, the kid from the Chicagoland area, Marian Catholic. Went to Western. He was trying to knock the ball out of the hand on the helmet catch. I can't think of you. You'll get it when I told you that one. The DB. Someone put it in the chat. I can't think of who the guy. 37 is his number. He does it for Sunday Night Football. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. The big nose tackle. Yeah, Vince Wilfork, remember? Yeah, from Miami. What's his first name? Harrison. It's not Marvin Harrison. Because that's all I could think of now was Marvin Harrison Jr. Rodney. Thank you, AC Adam. Yes, Rodney Harrison. All right, think of the defenses that they had over there. Ty Law. All right. But then as time got older, or as time went on, his last Super Bowls, the rest of them, they're all Tom. But they had a Julian Edelman, they had a Wes Welker, they had an Amendola, same different white dude, 3 different names. All right, they didn't even win it when they had the best receiver in the freaking, probably the number 2 receiver of all time, the second best receiver of all time in Randy Moss. They didn't win it when they had him. It seems like they're doing it a little differently in Kansas City. First couple were, remember the first one was with the Cheetah, and they lost. And they go back, and the Cheetah's gone, and Patrick Mahomes wins with Willie McGinnis. That's who I needed. Thank you, Brian. And the Cheetah's gone, and Patrick Mahomes wins it. Oh, okay, it wasn't because of the Cheetahs, because of Patrick Mahomes. And now they're starting to win because of the defense. They only scored 17 points. He only scored 17 points. He scored 17 points, and he gave the ball to Pacheco. You ran the ball. Defense. People who don't think running the ball is still vital in this game, you're nuts. When they won it the first time, Kareem Hunt was the leading rusher in the NFL as a rookie. What, 1,800 yards, something like that? You're like, whoa. They don't talk about that because everyone looks at Patrick Mahomes. But you could sit there, and this is the thing that gets me. It's a passing lead, a passing league. Okay. But it's built off the run. It's built off the run. And I think we need another back. Now, can Roschon Johnson be that back? I don't know. I don't have a great feeling about him being a true number 1 back. Like Aaron Jones up in that place up north where the cow tipping, cousin kissing people live. But we need a running back like that. Like, too bad we don't have a guy like D'Onta Foreman. Oh, we do have D'Onta Foreman. I don't know what the heck happened there. I don't know what the situation was. I wish I could find out. I wish I knew. I'm trying to find out what happened with D'Onta Foreman. Said, I got a guy who's connected to all of them. I should give him a call and see if he knows anything. Running is still vital. And now Patrick Mahomes isn't throwing the ball all over the field. Who did the heavy work yesterday? Who did the heavy lifting? Pacheco. The defense. It's not like, again, and I'm not saying I think Patrick Mahomes is okay. I think he's coming to realize that he doesn't have to be Superman every series. And that's scary. That's really scary. Say, okay, I have other playmakers. I got the running game in Pacheco. I got this phenomenal defense. The play designs that we have are awesome. I don't have to do shit until maybe the fourth quarter. You know, hit a couple passes here, maybe a deep pass one here, but I'm not winning the game. They're not winning the game because of Patrick Mahomes. He's part of the reason. He's a big part of the reason, but not the way it was before. And I think he's okay with that because for him, he can step his game up whenever it's necessary. He can say, okay, I got you. Don't worry about it. I think that is the scariest part. Because once superstars understand they don't have to do it all, and they empower other people to do their best and be a part of the process, man, look what happened with Mike and the Bulls. Once Phil got Mike to say, you don't got to do everything. You don't have to score. You don't have to play. You can do everything and just kind of lay back in the cut. So in the fourth quarter, when we need you, boom. Sure, not saying don't shoot, but man, take it easy. You can play more defense, but I need you in the fourth. And if that is what Patrick Mahomes is going to do, God help the rest of the NFL. God help the rest of the NFL. Because if you're letting guys Pacheco move the ball, move the sticks, keeping your defense on the field, you guys get a guy like Marquez Valdez Scantling, all right, making big plays. But you're gonna have to find out who's gonna be his number one dude. Like I know Tyreek Hill was never his number one dude. It's Travis Kelce. It's always been Travis Kelce. Tyreek Hill was just a dude who could, he could throw it to it and run past everybody. Who's going to be his number one dude when Kelce goes? It's not going to be much longer for Kelce. He's 32. You ain't going to be a 35, 37-year-old tight end. This doesn't happen. And be effective. Uh-oh. So we're going to see. Things change. I mean, how many of us thought Tiger was gonna catch Jack? You know what I mean? Like things change. As you get closer to that prize, things change. Time and tide wait for no man. Unfortunately, I didn't get to talk to Frank about the hires. I like the hires. I love the hires. I love our offensive coordinator. I love our defensive coordinator. I love it. I love Eric Washington, the quarterback coach. I love that signing. All right, to me, that's vital. That's vital. That is important because this guy has worked with multiple quarterbacks. This guy has had success with multiple quarterbacks. This guy has designed an offense around multiple quarterbacks. This is what I need. This is what I want. You know, this is, again, I hope this is the guy that unleashes Justin Fields. I hope he untaps him, because let me tell you, and I've said this plenty of times, when you untap this young man, the NFL better watch out. Better watch out. I'm not saying he's going to be as good as Mahomes. I'm saying there's nothing Mahomes can do that Justin Fields can't. He's just had better players. He's just had better coaching. If you don't believe coaching matters, then obviously you didn't watch any football. You haven't learned anything from me at all. So this is a big year. This is a huge year for our Bears. Aaron Washington is a well-respected defensive coordinator, D-line coach, and he's going to have some studs. Probably going to get some more too. You got Montez Sweat, you got Javon Dexter, you got Zach Pickens, you got Andrew Billings, you got DeMarcus Walker. Who else? Oh, Justin Jones. Is he done? Is Justin Jones done? I'm not sure. We're going to get some more. We're going to get more talent. Kelsey's last year, he has to carry Taylor Swift's bags. No, believe me, she's got enough money to have her bags and his bags carried. Yeah. The best OC is the one that realized you have to protect your quarterback first. Yeah. Protect your quarterback. Marrying route combos with protection, with dropbacks, that's a high level of football conversation that people don't want to have, or they can't have. They're incapable of having it. You know, I bring everything back to our Bears. And Bearlissimo's in the house. Good morning, Papa. How are you? Or good afternoon to you, sir. You know, I bring it back to the Bears because I look forward to this offseason. Brian, you are correct. What Casey did at the O-line after Tampa slaughtered them in the Super Bowl a few years later, it helped Patrick a lot. So that's the question. AC, two-hand catch Tony, a.k.a. touchdown Tony, came up big in the last Super Bowl he dressed. I don't know. Well, he's got 2 weeks to recover. We'll find out. And you know, there's a lot riding on the season, whether it's, you know, Caleb, whether it's Justin. All right, there's still other needs on this team that have to be addressed, other issues. Okay, what do you do with Jalen Johnson? What do you do with Eddie Jackson? Do you cut them? Do you cut Cody Whitehair? Do you cut Lucas Patrick? What do you do? But this has been an eye-opening experience. We talk about the Baltimore team got away from the run a little too soon. And this is what I can't say because I'm a defensive coordinator. But as an offensive coordinator, you have to say, okay, what am I going to do? All right, if the defense comes out and does this, because here's what I'm going to run. But if they come out and they stop my run game, what do I do? Because if they come out and stop my pass game, no problem. And I continue to run, I'll keep running. But if they stop my run game, what am I going to do? How am I going to get them off? How am I going to be able to get the yards on the ground? Is it by quick screens, by outside zones, by tosses, getting people out, stretching the defense horizontally? And Baltimore just didn't stay with it. They didn't stay with it. They stopped the run. They weren't inconsistent. You're the top rushing team, number one in the NFL in rushing, and you stop running? Like, you literally you stop with what got you there. And that's fundamental football. It's not, River Bowl gambler like Dan Campbell going for it on fourth down, getting it 62 times during the regular season. We're talking running the ball is necessary. Barely Simple, I agree with you completely. WAPs, what's traps, counter, you probably say whams. Wham blocks, traps, counters, delays. The one thing that I've said here so often, that I don't understand why the Bears don't, or anyone else doesn't employ. You find their best lead lineman and you wham block his ass first play. First play. With a Junior's in it now. We just woke Junior up. You find their best defensive lineman and you wham block them. You find their best defensive lineman and you trap him. I would say wham block quickly, because trap might just hold him. If it's a quick block, boom, he holds his position, but the running back can get through. Give me a wham block. Give me a block where, you let him come through. He thinks he's got it, and here comes a 300-pound offensive lineman with a head start. Defensive linemen aren't 300 pounds anymore. 260, 280. Yeah, AC, it is. Remember, do you guys not remember me saying wham block Aiden Hutchinson first play? Remember I said that? I'm saying it all year. This is how you set the tone. Because what happens is they're going to look. They're going to look. Especially if you got that guy in motion, get him in yo-yo motion, go whoo, here and back. Oh, hell yeah, you can wham block a nose guard, a nose tackle. Hell yeah, you could. Hell yeah, you could. Hell yeah, you could. And you slow his get off down quick. And have that guy come from either way, it doesn't matter, left or right. Give him a quick hit. Block down. He comes, if you're center, block left. He comes to the right. Have the ball run to the left side. He's going to come around, looking here, and all of a sudden, here comes wham. Here comes the train. Right up the middle. You deplete him. Pancake him. These are things you do. These are things you can do. So we're going to see, man. I'm excited. I'm really, really excited about what we're going to do in the draft. I'm excited for the Super Bowl. Let's not get it twisted. All right. I still feel they're going to keep Justin. I hope they keep Justin and build from there. I hope they trade that number one pick. I mean, we're not going to find out. I mean, we may not find out until March. we may not find out till March if they do decide to keep what they're going to do with the number 1 pick overall. Crazy Ace checking in a little late. What's up, Papa? Good morning. Yeah, you have to. You tell your guards or tackles, go with the intent to clean his sinuses. Hell yeah. I want that motherfucker seeing stars. I want that dude seeing those white spots. You know what I'm talking about, Barlissimo, and anyone else who's played football. You see those white spots when you get your bell rung. Like, whoa. Ooh. Whew, hold on. I'll be all right. Give me a second. You just see those white spots. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, man. I love it. I do. I love it, Crazy Ace. I love the Washington hire. I did. Yeah, catch it later. So we'll replay the show later today at 8 o'clock. We have What's Up, Cuz. Good stuff, Papa. Good stuff. Hey, I understand. Hopefully you can catch us in South Korea. Just, whenever you get a chance, whatever the hour difference is, time difference. Man, 2 hours is come and gone. I want to thank my guest Frank Schwab for coming on talking Bears football with me. Great stuff. Talking NFC Championship. Actually, we just talked football. NFC Championship Sunday. We didn't even get to talk a lot of Bears with Frank. There was just so much to talk with Championship Sunday. But I want to thank him. Awesome. Make sure you follow his stuff at Yahoo Schwab on Twitter, X. Or go to yahoo.com. All his work is there. Make sure you stay tuned at 12:15 today. Second City Sports with Lakina McGee and Sidney Brown. Going to continue the party. At 6 o'clock tonight, What's Up, Cuz? Jason Palmer and the coach himself, Lance C. Irvin, are going to entertain you for 2 hours. And then Shawn and Maya will be on after. It'll be on at 8 o'clock. So we'll take you most of the day filled with good Chicago sports talk. Well, man, I want to thank you guys. Awesome. I appreciate the love and support. As I told you, I'm still getting over. You hear the final state. I'm in the final stages of my little bug that I'm getting over here. Thanks, Brian. I appreciate it. I'll be here better soon. Shall always see you and talk with you. Have a blessed day. Thank you, sir. Yep. Yeah. Junior knows that so well. But again, so 12:15 is Second City Sports at 6 o'clock tonight. What's Up, Cuz? And then 8 o'clock again, replay of this show. So I have to bounce. I have to go pick up the warden from CrossFit class. She does not like me being late. So I appreciate it. We will see you on Wednesday. Same bat time, same bat channel, 9 a.m. to 11 Central Standard Time. So for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, executive producer Elliot Baez, Clarence Council III, a social media guy, and my co-host of Absentia Maya. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Guys, we will see you on Wednesday. I am I'm looking forward to getting better. I'm gonna tough it out, Cornelius. I'm a gamer, baby. I'm a gamer. If I couldn't do it on Friday, it had to be really bad. But I'm good now, Papa. I am good now. All right, folks. Your boy, the SuperBack. I'm out.